This is the Class 2 PowerPoint. Today we're going to talk more about how to be a successful student. As you begin today's PowerPoint, you'll see, as we always do, we'll start off with our quote of the day. And today's quote is, "If it is important to you, you will find a way. If it's not, you'll find an excuse." Think about anything that's ever been important to you and how you find a way to make it happen and to accomplish it. Now, on the contrary, think about something that wasn't quite as important. And if you failed or found yourself in a tough position, you would make excuses to not necessarily achieve optimal success rather than persevering any way you could. So think about that as you read today's quote, and also how that could be an impact to you in your college journey and your student journey as a student. As we look at today's video, the video for today is "You are the writer of your own life story." So think about where you want to go with your life and how you want your story to end. Where do you want to go on your journey? You have the opportunity to write your story. Don't ever let someone else be the author of your life. As we move forward, we're going to talk about some different things that will help you be a successful Daytona State College student. And understanding your resources is step number one. First and foremost, your instructor is a great resource to you. Your instructor can give you access, obviously, through Falcon Online to them. And you also have access through our contact information, whether it's office number or email. Additionally, we have enrollment services available on the Daytona State campus. These enrollment services include financial aid, which can be a big impact in some of our students' success, is just being able to pay for their college education and to have that available to them. Additionally, student accounts and registration will help you in your enrolling. Academic advising is extremely important to be successful at Daytona State College. First and foremost, your academic advisor will help you with your standards of progress, knowing what classes you need to take and when, and what prerequisites are required in order to achieve your degree that you desire. Additionally, they will be able to talk to you about how changing your major will change your academic plan and what courses you will need to take, and maybe what courses have actually transferred towards that degree program. And then if you have any program questions, whether it be about prerequisites or just maybe the length of time that it will take you to accomplish your degree program. Additionally, we have counseling services available as well as career services. We have a great department for career services. They'll help you develop and critique a resume. They'll help you research your interests for your career, utilizing your values and beliefs and what you're interested in. I think a great skill that they help you develop is practicing for job interviews. And then optimally, they allow you to be aware of employment opportunities in the community. Other resources that we do have available are TRIO, the Center for Women and Men, our Veterans Center, and Disability Services. Additionally, we have some great resources for our students with the Writing Center. The Writing Center will help tutor you for writing. They'll help you from the beginning to the publication of your paper. So you should never turn in a paper at Daytona State without taking it to the Writing Center or working with the Writing Center to ensure that you have a nice polished product. They'll also help you with Prezi training and other presentation training. Library Services is also an excellent resource on the Daytona State campus. With library services, you can utilize our online library as well as our library on the Daytona State, Daytona Beach campus. There you can get assistance face-to-face with the wonderful librarians at Daytona State College, but also you can have access to these librarians online as well. There's a vast number of resources there, including a research librarian who will help you locate scholarly materials for any paper that you would be writing. This is a great asset to you as you begin writing research papers. Academic Support Center is another great tool for you as a student. They provide tutoring for general education subjects, specifically science and math. And they also will provide you assistance with Falcon Online and your basic computer skills. We do have Computer Commons available, as well as our Falcon Aid Help Desk. And you definitely want to know how to access the Falcon Aid Help Desk, as in any situation where you have a technical issue, you will want to utilize them to help assist you in clearing up those problems or having a better understanding of how to navigate Falcon Online. Additionally, just as you want to have great academic wellness, we also want you to have great health wellness. And so the Fitness and Aquatic Center are available to you as a student. That way you can develop your health, your wellness, and stress relief, as well as gain some social interaction with other students. Co-curricular activities is also available to you as a student at Daytona State. Other successful student resources are the bookstore, where you can buy your books and other materials, our cafeteria on campus, as well as resources that you may not think about with our massage therapy clinic, our cosmetology clinic, and our dental hygiene clinic. We also have campus safety available every day of the year and 24 hours a day. They will provide you with rave text alerts, as well as other important emergency alerts. So 8 tips for student success. Right here on this PowerPoint, you can take a look at some tips that will allow you to achieve optimal success as a student. And I think the number one is a good one. Your job is to be a student. So if you think about your next couple years as you navigate your education as a job, maybe you will commit a little bit greater to it, because the reward is that you will essentially be able to achieve a higher paying career after attaining your education. And then there's other additional tips that will help you be successful in the classroom, which will lead to success in the career place. As you begin your journey, know that failure is not uncommon, but it's how you handle your failure that will determine your complete success or your life success. I thought I would share a little life story. My husband began his college journey at University of South Carolina, and he played baseball at University of South Carolina. Now, he's a pretty smart guy, but when he began his academic journey at South Carolina, he didn't have much direction and much structure, and so he fell off course. He wasn't attending his classes, and turning in work late was common for him. And he found himself in a tough position a couple years in, where he was going to actually be ineligible for baseball due to his GPA. So he decided to transfer to Cumberland University. Upon transferring to Cumberland University, he had a coach that really gravitated towards him and worked hard with Randy for him to achieve success. Taught him a lot of life skills and helped him reprioritize his life. And through this guidance of this coach, Randy got his academics straight and ended up graduating from Cumberland with a 3.8 GPA. So he is proof that your failures can lead to success, but you have to be willing to push through and work hard and transition that failure into success. And sometimes it takes a good role model or coach along the way to encourage you and help you believe in your abilities and create those effective beliefs and effective behaviors. So think about the feelings and emotions that you're having about this semester. Maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed. You got your syllabus and there's a lot of assignments due. And so you have a lot of feelings and emotions right now. And how are you going to tackle those feelings and emotions? You're going to come to some different forks in the road throughout the semester. Maybe it's a conflict with a friend. Maybe you're going to have a financial issue throughout the semester that's going to challenge your ability to tackle your courses. Maybe you'll have a breakup or a personal loss or health problems. And you're going to have to figure out how you're going to navigate that fork in the road. Are you going to give into the challenge, or are you going to persevere and overcome those challenges that come before you throughout the semester? I believe choice, though it can be finicky, unwieldy, and demanding, is ultimately the most powerful determinant of where we go and how we get there. And I thought that was a great quote when you think about these forks in the road that will occur throughout your journey. And remember, a failure does not mean you're done. A failure is just a challenge there to see how you are going to tackle that and push forward. And often challenges sometimes make us more successful. They teach us a lot about who we are and how we can succeed in the future. Culture shock. This is something that you are going to experience if you haven't already experienced in your life. Culture shock is the upset or the stress that we experience when we're confronted with behaviors and beliefs that differ significantly from what we're used to. So for students that go off to college, they often experience a lot of culture shock. They're used to being at home, maybe where mom cooks their meals, does their laundry, and now they're thrown in with people from different cultures, different moral backgrounds, and they have to embrace these other cultures and also try to hold on to maybe their own personal cultures throughout that experience. As you're reading about culture shock in your on-course text, be aware of two types of culture. There's surface culture and there's deep culture. Surface culture is aspects of culture that are more obvious and visible to you. So things like your fashion, your food, your language, gestures, those are all surface cultures. As we dig a little bit deeper, we gain an understanding of what deep culture is, and that's your shared beliefs, attitudes, norms, things that aren't necessarily visible to others, but they are very important to your overall culture. Beliefs, attitude, rules, opinions, those are your deep culture items. So if you look at this little diagram here, you're going to see kind of what happens when a student goes off to college. They leave home, and so for the first couple months, they're in this honeymoon stage. It's exciting, and then they kind of hit rock bottom. They're homesick after, and for like 2 to 4 months, they're really in this deep culture shock. A lot of overwhelming things may have happened, whether it's with their academics or maybe their living environment. And then they start to become accepting of these varying, they have these varying levels of acceptance when it comes to those different cultural experiences. And then maybe they go home for Christmas break, and then they have that reverse culture shock experience. Again, here are some things that can cause culture shock. As you look at your high school journey, your instructors assume that there's some level of immaturity. And now that you're in college, we're assuming that you're mature and responsible and going to tackle your courses at a high level. Again, another great example is at the high school level, teachers spend quite a bit of time disciplining students, while at the college level, instructors don't tolerate these disruptive students. They're ultimately just eliminated from their classes or handled by a superior at the college. In the face-to-face class, we do a little activity called cultural rules. And typically, I send 3 or 4 students out of the classroom, and I give a rule to the rest of the class. And when we bring those 3 or 4 students back into our environment, they aren't aware of the rule that we've created, and they find themselves left out. And so it creates these feelings that we often get as students or people in society. We feel this level of culture shock. And so this is the follow-up questions that we utilize when we have completed the activity. I encourage you to visit the either the online or the actual academic support center on a campus near you. It's a great resource to help you grow in your academic journey. Remember, challenges are going to happen this semester. It's your ability to overcome these challenges that will help you lead yourself to ultimate success. I wish you all the best.